Hey friends, this is Lynn the Gift Diva. Welcome back to my channel. Coming on today with a project for PandaHall Select for my Sublimation Sunday series. Today we are going to use the photo slates, and I am going to add one additional gift to the gifts that I made yesterday that I showed you. It's going to be a one of the coworkers that I'm giving a gift to lost a pet. Her and her boyfriend lost their dog, and so I'm going to make a in memory of photo slate for little Stoli and for them to put on there. They have like a little touch that they keep mementos of Stoli in, and so I'm gonna make this little photo for them. So now if this video is a little off, please forgive me, because I went and recorded it on my computer like I normally do, and when I pulled it up there was no sound, and so I am doing a voiceover based on what I remember I said. So it could be wrong, it could be right, I don't know. But we're just going to wing it, people. So if I say something and it doesn't match the screen, that's why. So the photo slate measures, when I measured it, it measures 5.5 across by 3.25 high. So we're going to go into Canva and we are going to change it to inches, and we're going to put in the measurements for what I measured for the photo slate. And I think there's a pause here because I remeasured just to make sure that I had it right. Yep. And so we're going to choose that, and it is landscape. And to save time, I already loaded up all of the photos that she sent me of Stoli. I asked for one, she sent me a bunch. And so we are going to, I thought I would take advantage of the fact that she sent me so many. And so we are going to try to create a cute collage of these photographs and make an in-memory collage for her. So I'm trying to decide which photo I'm going to start with here, and I decide that I'm going to, I think here I just told you I was going to come up with a little border for my photographs within the collage. So that's what we're doing now. So we're just going to start plopping in pictures of Stoli here. What is it? He's huge. And put those in, leaving just the teeniest of borders between each photograph. And so widening that. So yeah, so we just want just a little bit of a border, and then we're going to start adding in more photos. That one's really cute. I'm taking these down to take out some of the noise of the photo. We don't need all that wall. So we're gonna, I thought that was cute, so I thought that should be a center photo. So we're gonna make that big enough where we have just a little bit of a gap so we can see the border I select come shining through. And then we're going to add in some more photos here. I realized he's skinny, right? This is a skinny photo of him right here. So I don't use it here. I come back and use it later in the video. So we'll see. And as you can see, I'm adding in duplicate photos, and I don't realize I'm doing that either until further in the video. So yeah, crazy town. So this is probably to me, the most efficient way to use Canva. I mean, use it to do this is in Canva, because there's so many options to play around with. I have the paid version, but you could do all of this with the free version if you wanted to. There are also frames that you could utilize in Canva to do this, but I had so many photos that I decided not to use the frame. I decided just to, you know, wing it basically and do something. And so here I'm deciding on the gold for the border, like like a pretty gold color. And I've made that what I did was I changed the background to gold, basically, and used the background as a gold color. And I'm adjusting the photographs here to make sure that there's a neat little border between all of the photographs. And then I decide that we need a sentiment in here. So I'm looking for in loving memory. I like that, but I was going to see what else there had. There was a miss you, but we end up going with in loving memory because I just thought it was pretty. And eventually here I'm going to realize that I have duplicate photos in my design. But I'm still scrolling in hopes of finding something else that could be used besides that first photo that I like. I always go with your first mind, people. Just if you feel it, that's what it's supposed to be. So we put in the in loving memory for Stoli, and just FYI, that gets moved several times before we move on to the next step because I'm indecisive like that. So we are making a selection of color. We're trying to decide what color we want in loving memory. Do we want it gold? The nice thing about Canva is that once you put in photos or images, Canva creates a color palette for you. So whatever you add in additionally, you can choose a color within the palette that you're working with, which is really nice, so that everything is cohesive. So that's what I'm doing now, is just trying to figure out what color we want in loving memory to be, and where exactly we want to put it in the design. And so I'm still, playing around. I did a lot of playing around with that, didn't I? So we're still playing around and trying to figure out where exactly we want that design to go, and what color we want the design to be. You never realize how indecisive you are until I never do playbacks, and I should start doing playbacks. So here I'm going to add some additional text. I'm going to add birthday, sunrise, sunset type deal. And I want a cursive font or a calligraphy font. And so I'm going to, I'm taking time there now to check my phone to see what she said in terms of sunrise, sunset. And I'm going to type that into the text field, and we're going to add that to the photograph as well. Made that bigger so both you and I could see it, and temporarily changed the font to white so that we could see it. And then we're going to type in May 16th, 2006 to September. It's actually August 16th, 2023. And so you'll see in a moment where I'm like, oh yeah, nope, that's wrong. August 18th, 2023. And so then I'm going to bring that down in size so that, oh, no, we're going to find a font. And I typed in calligraphy to get all the calligraphy fonts, the kind of fancy cursive fonts. And then I finally select one, and then make it so it's not as big in the design. So fonts are another big source of pain for me because I love fonts, and so it takes me, this is why I don't do a lot of tutorial videos, because it takes me 100 years to figure out simple things. Font size, picture placement, things like, excuse me, things like that. So I decide I'm going to enlarge the in loving memory. See what I mean? I just keep fiddling. I never know when to stop fiddling. And so we're going to change the font and the color. I mean, not the font, the color of that down at the bottom. I really like that down there at the bottom. And then I think I'm going to add Stoli's name here. Let's see. I think this is where I realize I've used two of the same photograph. again, more unnecessary adjustments. Sorry. But, you know, when you're in the creative process, you second guess yourself. We all do. And you make, you decide, oh, no, I don't think I want that. Oh, yeah, I think I want that. And so that's what it's really basically happening here. I'm adding Stoley's name to that. I'm making it a little bigger than it currently is so that it will stand out. And I like that very much. And I don't know what I'm doing right now. I think I might be hopefully discovering that I have duplicate photographs. I hope everyone is doing well today, that you're enjoying your Sunday and that you're doing something that you love doing, or whatever day you're watching this video. I hope you've had a good one and that it was productive or relaxing for you, whatever you are aiming for. I hope that you achieved that today. And things are going smoothly whenever you're watching this video. And so I think I'm happy now, maybe. Oh, I decided to add pet paws. That's what I did. Then after I add pet paws, we're going to realize that we have duplicate photographs. Which I don't. Yeah, this is where I realize I have duplicates. So we're going back to my uploads, and I realize that I have several duplicates in the downloads. So I delete those with you on camera. I don't know why I did that, but I did. So I'm sorry that this is extra footage that you really didn't need. I'm not quite adept at editing yet, so. But anywho, I'm going through and deleting all the duplicate photos so I won't make that mistake again. And then I'm realizing I've already got that photo. And then at the end here, I realize that the skinny photo is what we really need. So I delete that and replace it with the really cute close-up shot of Stoley. I make some adjustments so that we can have the border. And we get his little face in there. And we bring the paw prints back to the front again, and we move them up. And yep, I'm bringing the paw prints to the front. And then realize that we want them on the photo above. There we go. And once you get the design that you want, there are several ways that you can move to the next step here. So you could download this and go to Cricut Design Space and print it out in Cricut Design Space. Certainly can do that, absolutely. Size it to the size you need. But you get the registration marks with Cricut Design Space because this will be a print and cut. And so to avoid the registration marks, I just use Microsoft Word. And so I'm going to download this image as a PNG. We're going to save it and we're going to download it as a PNG into Microsoft Word. And then we're going to work with it through Word to get it printed. I was having trouble spelling Stoley there for a minute. My brain and my typing was not connecting for some reason. So there you go. So we're gonna, I'm telling you what your options are here, and we're we're going to move into Word in just a second here. I'll give you a chance to take a really good look at Stoli and all his collage-y goodness. So, yep, here we go. We're going to download PNG, and it's just going to go to my downloads folder, which is fine. And then I'm going to navigate us out of Canva into Microsoft Word. And I'm going to use my Tumblr template, which is always set with all the margins all the way at the end, and that way you can drop any photo that you want, no matter what you're printing, into that template and work with that within that template. And so we're going to insert our collage of Stoli here. And we're going to right click on that photo so that we can do a tight fit. And that means that basically the photo will lock and you can move it around anywhere on the page that you wish. And that's great because you can resize it to what you need without it being stuck to one side or the other of the page. You can put it in the dead center and print it from there. And then I'm just going to make this a little bigger to cover some bleed on my slate. Make sure that it covers all the white of my slate. And that's what I'm doing now is I'm going into photo picture format and making sure that our picture is formatted. I went up just a tick on the height and width so that I'll have a little bleed over and hopefully won't have any ghosting or white streaks when I go to press it. Because I am going to use my Cricut Easy Press 2. I don't have a heat press yet, and so so I have to manage the pressure. So that's always tricky. It could either be not enough pressure or too much pressure because it's manual pressure. So we'll see how that plays out. But I wanted to have enough wiggle room on the photo so that at least it would be full coverage on the photo slate. And so I'm going through here and just changing all of my measurements and taking the lock off so that it'll stay whatever I assign it. And then once I do that, I will turn on my Epson EcoTank 2720, which is my sublimation printer, and prep that for printing of the photograph. So this was me measuring to make sure that I had the right width there. And then I'm going to print, I believe. I must be using a lot of words to get to the print part. Like I said, we're going to go to the EcoTank 2720 and we're going to choose mirrored. I'm going to choose premium presentation matte. I'm going to choose high quality printing. And of course we want the object mirrored because you have to mirror your objects when you're doing sublimation. So they'll come out the right way. And I'm going to hit print. And then once I hit print, we're going to take you to the next section. And I'm telling you here that I will meet you at the heat press. So we're going to go to part 2 here. And I'm going to print out the document and take it to the heat press. And let's see if we can. Okay, crafty friends, we are at the heat press. And here is my photo plate, my photo slate. Really pretty. It comes with a stand as well, so once I've put it together it'll be on a stand. I'm going to take my alcohol and just give it just a teeny bit of a spritz, and I'm using my microfiber cloth and wipe it down. This is to get any oils or debris off my photo so we don't have any smudging or anything that we don't want to translate onto the photo. I'm also, as an extra precaution, going to send this thing across here, the slit roller, pick up any hairs or anything. And my Easy Press 2 is set at 365 for 420 seconds. That's about 7 minutes. And so that will be interesting to see how long I can hold out for 7 minutes holding things down. which is an argument for an easy press, for a heat press. Looking for my scissors here. So here's our photograph all ready to be printed, and it's dull because that's what happens when you do sublimation printing. It looks dull, but it should come out nice and vibrant once we print it. And so I don't want really straight lines on my photos, so I'm going to just do some tearing here around the white. Hope this turns out, y'all. I do have another one in case I mess it up, but still, I'd love for this to go right the first time out. Okay, so we've chunked away all the white. I'm going to use my heat-resistant tape. You can't use regular tape for this. You need special heat-resistant tape. And I'm just going to line this up on my slate, like so. And I'm going to take my tape and secure it down to the slate. Now, you're going to need heat-resistant gloves too, because this sucker is going to be hot when I'm done printing on it. So be sure to get your gloves. Don't be me and think you're Superwoman and grab things without heat gloves. So we're going to put this here like so. So if it's all taped up, I'm going to also get a piece of butcher paper for the top so it won't mess up my press plate. Protect it from any bleeding. You can also use parchment paper. Okay, so I'm going to do what I think is medium pressure and hit go. So I probably should have stopped the camera here so that you wouldn't have to sit through 7 minutes of me heat pressing, but now I'm afraid to move my hands. So you're going to be stuck with me because I don't know how to edit this part out. So, how are you? Maybe I can figure out how to speed it up so that it won't be so, so terrible. Wait. Okay, here we go. I'll be back. Okay, we're back down to the last 40 seconds. So hopefully my moving of my hand did not ruin the project. I try to keep consistent pressure even when I lifted one hand off the machine. So that's the only downside with the easy press, is that you have to be conscientious of pressure. And, you know, with other machines, you can set the pressure. With this, you can't. It's pretty much manual. So we'll just see. We'll just see what we get here. Fingers crossed, everybody. All right. So I'm going to do a straight lift up. Well, I can see the design through the paper, which is an excellent first start. So, I'm going to need heat gloves, y'all, because this is hot. Let me get my heat glove. Okay. I'm nervous. Are you guys nervous? I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Okay. Here we go. Oh, oh my God. It's so awesome. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at up close so you can see. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Now, those little specks are from the paper, and we can take some alcohol and rub those off. Those are just fine. But look, I covered all of the slate except one teeny little part there that no one's going to care about. But look how vibrant that is and beautiful. Oh, wait. The only thing is down here, the 23 is cut off. Darn it, y'all. Should I do it over? Ah, such a freaking perfectionist. But it's so pretty. I don't think she's going to care. This is so great, y'all. Oh, that turned out so good. So good. I should have been more conscientious of the corners to make sure that but Stoley's name is in there, so that's all I care about, really. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love it. Tell me you love it. Oh my gosh. It's so cute. So we're going to let that cool off, and then we're ready to go. That is so awesome. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me through the crazy voiceover and the long press time. If you're new here, welcome. Hello. I'm trying to do tutorials, but we'll see how that works out. If you're already a subscriber, you know how much I love you. Stay tuned, guys, because we have two more We have two more PandaHall selected videos. I have a coupon code that's in the description box of this video in case you want to go check them out and see what other good stuff they have. They literally have everything. They have jewelry. They have sublimation items. They have craft products, crochet, everything. So I will leave a link to their, and they ship fast. I got this really fast, like 2 weeks maybe. And so I will leave a link in the description box to their website and to this particular product and to my coupon code. So guys, have a great Sunday afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk to you in the next crafty video. Bye now.